Hello, everyone. We're talking about something that affects everyone, affects the whole world. What's going to happen to the job market? What's already happening to the job market? But what's the projected future for work as we know it in the face of AI? Lots of predictions, lots of speculation. Obviously, no one knows for sure, but one thing is certain: things are changing rapidly, and it's important to be ahead of this curve. This is a curve that's going to be a curveball for many. This is one of the reasons I've been so advocating entrepreneurship and embracing it, because jobs are being eliminated. The layoffs aren't stopping anytime soon. And it's only going to accelerate more with AI. Hello, Oreo. How are you? Good to have you back in the stream, sir. How have you been? We missed you. Cubs win? Wait, what do you mean Cubs win? Really? Like, what do you mean Cubs win? What do you mean? What did they win? Can you tell I haven't been following baseball at all? Or are you talking about the Chicago? You're talking about the football team. Right, it's football season, not baseball. Baseball's summer. You can see sports are not top of mind for me the way they are for the rest of this nation. Right. Oh, really? Why are they playing baseball right now? What? I don't understand. I'm so confused. What did they win? What did they win? Just a game? Not like a playoff game? What do you mean? I know Cubs are baseball and Bears are football. That's Chicago. But I feel like it's not baseball season right now. It's football season. Why are they still playing? I don't understand. Explain. Yeah. Playoffs. Okay, that's why. Okay, got you. Right. Okay. Okay, now I get it. Okay, I get it. Baseball playoffs. Okay, I don't keep up with baseball. When I was keeping up with sports, all I kept up with was football and basketball. So the baseball season's kind of, escaped me. But okay, now I know. Well, I guess athletes are one of the only professions where I guess they don't have to worry about AI, because they have to take to the field live and in person. Although you could stage an entire baseball game with both full team lineups and no one would know the difference, right? You could have Sora have a complete sports game. You could have the AI clones of each team's full roster play out a full game and air it on television and no one would know the difference. What about that? Maybe athletes need to watch out too. Although I guess they'd have to the in-person games, because there's revenue generated for the in-person sales. So I guess that's what keeps them safe, right? Those live attendance games keeps them safe. So athletes are one of the few, I guess, that are a little bit AI proof for the moment. Who knows what the future will bring? No, Kaket, not at all. This is an everything channel. We talk about everything. Nothing's off limits here, I think. What are you, Dulan? Baby, okay, Dulan. You didn't show up. That's what happened, sir. Don't play dumb. You missed your window. Anonymous Cash Apper is checking in with me. And he wanted to text me the other night, and I reached out to text, and he was not available. He did not respond. Now he's playing dumb. Sir, you missed that window. I texted you. Don't even try it. Okay. Thank you, Lives Fast. Teacher the Pink Suits. Okay, why do you not get my text? I don't understand that. Okay, the Pink Suits, you really? Okay, all right, fine, I believe you. Let's see. We can try again today if you'd like. Okay. I'm in the finance world, and there are several underwriting nuances to the commercial lending world that require human review. Okay, for the moment, Oreo, I know what you're talking about. But everything that was supposedly safe is quickly becoming not safe, because there was, like I do financial analysis and some financial modeling, and there's a lot of that was supposedly only a human can do, and yet, all right, no worries. We'll do it maybe tomorrow night. We'll stay in touch about it. Yeah, so I was saying the financial modeling was supposed to be something that was AI proof, but now slowly, but it's a boring color for you. That's why you need to cash at me so I can buy some cool new colors and show them off. How about that? I'll take a little trip and make some purchases and send you an update of my purchases. Cash at me. That's me talking to my anonymous Cash Apper who likes to text me via Cash App during the stream. And we enjoy that because he's generous. Okay, let's see. So if I get distracted, it's just because anonymous Cash Apper has chimed in trying to do some kind of texting rendezvous in exchange for generous Cash Apps. Okay, let's see. Hello, Millotron. Welcome. Hey, the Thema Jedi. Well, all right, Jedi. All right, so anyways, dinner, what are we cooking? James, I already had dinner. What did I have for dinner? I had some grilled chicken and rice and salad, which sounds really boring, but it was really good. It was a Mediterranean salad with a little bit of feta cheese and olives and tomatoes, and the chicken was a kebab that was nicely grilled with those like beautiful grill marks on it, and it was really marinated, so it was really good. So dinner was tasty and healthy. I'm different, life's fast. Well, good. Why be boring? Why be like everyone else? I'll take it. Hey Fred, thank you. Who's Ashton Hall? Someone's calling me girl version. I get worried when people make comparisons. I never know if I'm being trolled or snarked or insulted or not. James Dawson, Maine, show me you can cook a non-breaded chicken wing and then we'll talk. I do not eat breaded meat for the most part. I do not cook breaded food. And I don't need to prove anything to anyone. Any man who's after me for cooking services is not the man for me. I mean, I happen to be a fabulous cook, sir. But if you're trying to hire a cook, you should just hire a cook. When you're looking for a woman, you should be looking for a woman. Don't choose a partner based on activities that can be outsourced. That's just a little tip, Mr. Dawson. Everyone keeps telling me I should go on Big Brother. Big Brother casting people, and people keep telling me I should do the news. CNN, Bloomberg, Big Brother people. Thank you, Samiyar. A woman can cook a real woman. No, John Doe. That's not true. That's like me. I mean, what year do you think this is? Women are able to do a lot more than just cook. You're not going to relegate a woman to the kitchen any longer. I mean, some of the best chefs in the world are supposedly male. So cooking isn't just the domain of women. And it's unfortunately, people are still holding that up as the test of a woman. That's like me saying, well, a man that can, hunt and build a house and work on a car, that's a real man. No. For me, a real man is a man who can take out his credit card and pay someone else to do all those things. So I don't know why we're still getting hung up on these little tasks. Let's not make our partners, worth based on tasks like that. Like a lot of me, the meanest way of being nice is to tell you you're adorable. I don't consider it mean. I consider it true. And I don't mind being adorable. I don't really care what you think of me in that way, because I know that for the most part for men, they can't see you as who you are. It's a rare man that can see a woman as anything other than an object. So for you to say adorable is just what I expect of you. You being a man and all, and unable to see me as a human and instead as an object, it's just what I expect of you, not an insult. Thank you, Samiyar. No, you don't have any gold to dig, sir, because if you did, you wouldn't be using that phrase. That's a phrase that's only used for men who are economically challenged. And since you are economically challenged, I'm happy to see you go. Peace. Like a lot of me, I'm trolling, I'm hussing, I was working. Okay, no worries, like a lot of me, you're forgiven, sir. But the best way to apologize is to get into those super chats or super stickers or Cash App or PayPal, which reminds me, I need to pin those to the chat. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me go right ahead. You know what, CS, you're right. A woman's only value is cooking. Keep holding on to that view and see what kind of woman you end up with. Base all your choices of women on their ability to prepare food. That's what's most important to you. So make your choice based on that and see where that gets you. Okay. Oh my goodness. A man who's James Dawson, that question is so 2017, 2018. It's so outdated and ridiculous. If you're still asking it, you're embarrassing yourself, sir. And if you actually think a woman's gonna go to the trouble of answering a question like that, all you've done is disqualify yourself by even asking that. So we're gonna move on and start ignoring you. Because they're not ready. They're just not ready, Cacket. They're not evolved. Most of these men are not evolved. Another question, do you think a man would prefer a woman who likes to and chooses to cook or a woman who does not? I mean, probably, but why would you want, what most men want is not something to aspire to. Most men are very average, don't earn a lot, aren't ambitious, are out of shape, are not intelligent. Most means the majority. The majority of people are not exceptional people. So I don't really think it matters what most people think, right? No, we need money because money is a proxy for power in the society. People with money acquire it because it gives them power. The wealthiest people in this society continue to make money. They don't stop making money. You know, someone like Bill Gates or Elon Musk doesn't say, well, I'm done making money because I have enough. They continue to make money because it's a proxy for power. But I wouldn't expect you to understand that. Hey, Danny, how are you? Well, morally bankrupt. You are very well named, sir. And you won't be biting anything in here. Not without contributing to this channel first. I would suggest you get into my Cash App, my PayPal, my Super Chat, or my Super Thanks, or my Super Stickers before you start talking about what you're going to bite. Right now, you're just going to be biting the air. You're going to be biting the delete button. Thank you so much, Danny. I love reminding people of her. I can't think of a better compliment. Thank you. I'll be right. CS, I don't have to. Any man who is intelligent and evolved will immediately become aware of that. And any man who's asking is a man who I shouldn't be talking to. What annual? I don't know, Eric, because I do not represent most women or the average woman. So I am not the person to ask. You would have to consult. Why don't you ask ChatGPT that? My taste level and what I'm accustomed to is definitely not in keeping with the norm. So I can't give you the everyday woman answer. Let's see. A smart man would know your value. You would. Exactly. I mean, what kind of man is that? It's so ridiculous. The kind of men that are looking for women as, you know, they're looking for an employee, not a partner. They want cooking and cleaning and they just want an employee. I'm not auditioning for employees, so I don't need to give you any kind of qualifications. Why do women want me more when I ignore them? Well, I think it's not just a woman thing, it's a man thing too. Men want you more when you ignore them. It's a human thing. People always want what they can't have. Part of what men want is the chase. So in order for there to be a chase, there has to be resistance. So you have to ignore, you have to move away, and that forces them to come after you. And they want that pursuit because without the pursuit, there's no thrill of achieving. Similarly, with women, there has to be some feeling of challenge, of expectation. The thing that you can just easily acquire and have with no effort becomes of no value to you. The things we value most are the things that are the most difficult to acquire. The things that are the most expensively priced are valued more, not simply because of, you know, the effort in creating them and the value of the, you know, elements that they're composed of. They're desirable because you need a lot of effort, a lot of money to acquire them. So anything that's difficult to get at becomes, you know, becomes cherished, becomes coveted because it's behind glass. It's hard. You've got to go through trials and tribulations to get it. And that makes it more desirable for both men and women. Too many women want money, fast, want cash flow to put out. Well, James Langston, men just want sex. Fast to start putting the moves on, fast to start getting handsy, fast to start suggesting dinners at his place, and slow to start providing a lifestyle that improves her situation, slow to start providing beautiful experiences, slow to start making her life easier. Okay, that goes both ways. So if you want, you've got to be able to provide. And you've got to make a demonstration of that. And the onus is on the man to pursue. That's just how it works. It may not be fair, but that is the way nature works. Men fight in order to get access to women. You've got to demonstrate your ability to provide in this world, that you are a success, that you can handle the obligations, the financial obligations. And until you can do that, you shouldn't have any expectations, physical expectations. Would I date a pilot? I don't know. It depends. Is he a pilot in his spare time and he has his own plane? What kind of pilot are we talking about, sir? By any means, but I've been with a lot of beautiful women. Why do you think that is? What else do women find attractive besides looks? Resources. Now, I don't know who these women are that you're with that are beautiful. Maybe they have low self-esteem. Maybe they're not aware of their value in the marketplace. So they're willing to, consort with a man who does not have means. I don't know. Yes, they definitely are. I don't prize either of those necessarily, but I do prize real estate and gold. Let's see. Mariano Galliard. Hello, Mariano. It's not about what you drive. I mean, it's a very foolish or confused person that thinks, an automobile is like a sign of, I don't know. It's just, it's fine to have, if you like those kinds of things and you want them, there's nothing wrong with them if you can afford them. A lot of cars I think of as art because they're so beautifully designed, and I can understand like just looking at certain vehicles is very inspiring. So I get that, but I'm not easily impressed by them. They don't really matter to me. I don't think that they are, I'm not impressed by them. I really don't care about cars. Show me your real estate portfolio. Show me what kind of precious metals you've got. Let's go there. What would you, commercial, military? I don't know, QJ DJ. I mean, that's a broad category. Are you asking, I don't know, if you're asking an income-based question, then just say that. Or if you're asking like a lifestyle-based question, like because they travel a lot, then say that. I'm not sure what it is about the job of pilot that's making you want me to explain whether or not I consider it. Are you asking would I consider someone who makes that amount of money? I don't know how much a pilot makes. Are you asking would I consider dating someone who travels a lot? I don't know, you'd have to specify. So just come correct, just be blunt. What question are you really asking me? And I'll give you an honest answer. Well, I have a car that can go 300 miles with the maximum. Well, there are places where you can, you can gun the car. There are parts of the world and locations where you can gun the car. And some men who have cars like that do take them to tracks where they can gun them. And some of them are just in cities where all kinds of crazy things go on late at night, like the one I'm in. And sad to say, or scary to say, that in the city that I'm currently in, there are people who have cars like that, and they will drive them around at like 3 or 4 a.m. on a highway when there's almost no one out, just to have a good time. So all kinds of things go on, and if you have enough money, you can buy your way around all kinds of things. And there's specialized tracks for people. There are, the same way there are country clubs that, cater to golfing or to horseback riding, there are certain clubs that cater to men who have that type of car, and they have tracks where they can, they can fully exercise the vehicle. Like where you could take your horse out to a racetrack. There are car clubs for men with that type of automobile where they can exercise it. Yes, a lot of time, true. A lot of men use the car to kind of like as a proxy for, an inadequate Johnson. That does go on too. Okay, QJ DJ, that's fine. I mean, I don't know what you're asking. Ask me what you want to ask. Are you trying to find out how much money I want the person to earn? Like, then just say that. Do you like when men who spend money? Of course, Alexander, of course. On me, yes, because they're making my life easier, because they're making it so I have less material concern. They're making it so I have less cortisol. I have less stress in my body. I can be more at ease. I can focus my mind on creative things because I'm not so worried about economic things. The more easy the man makes your life, the more freedom you feel. And freedom is something I prize greatly. How much money do you need? It's not on that level, Mark CM. There's no hard number. It's more about, I've never focused on that because most of the people that I've ever like had serious dealings with were entrepreneurial in some sense or own their own businesses. So there was no cap in that way. There was no like this amount of money. They were just capable of earning in a way that was unlimited and based on their ability to make deals or to exercise their intellectual prowess. So I don't have a hard cap in my mind. I don't think of it in those terms. Thank you. A compliment of my eyes. Thank you, Mariano. Yeah, that is not much, Victoria. That is like, that's not even, the city I'm currently in, that's not even enough for one person to live comfortably. Like, that's just not going to cut it. Thank you, Sir Schmidt. Here's a good question. If your man is rich and he took care of you, would you let him cheat on? What? Mark, here's what I would say to that. The word cheat implies going behind, sneaking, all of that sort of thing. I don't really think that ever needs to go on. I think you can just negotiate what you want from the outset. So I think both people need to be clear about how the relationship's going to function. If it's something that you've already talked about and you have an understanding between you, then it's not cheating. And that's all I'll say on that. QJ DJ, are you a pilot? Why do you want to know? I don't think I've impressed community with my Honda. Let's see. What city are you in? Denver. No, I'm not in Denver. I mean, I go back and forth between New York City and Florida. So there's that. In any major city in the world, New York, Los Angeles, Dubai, London, all of these types of places, that's not going to be enough money for one person to live comfortably. And there are people who have the kind of cars we were discussing earlier and have ways of, you know, exercising the vehicle and like testing it out. So, you know, those things exist. Like you have to understand anything that there's a market for, someone will build it because they will come. So if people who own cars like that want a place to race them, it will be created. I can just sit in. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's overestimating pilot earnings, but I could be wrong. Okay, King. Maybe Alexander. I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know. What else is happening here? We are off the subject. Every time I get on here, it turns into the questions about men and women dating. We're supposed to be talking about how AI is going to affect the job market. I guess we might still need pilots, or maybe all of the planes will be flown automatically. Self-driving cars, maybe self-flying planes are next. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I'll stop being silly. Would I take a car to the track? What do you mean, would I race a car? It doesn't really interest me. Probably not. I'm not into that type of risks right now. Like I'm not interested in unnecessary risk at this point in my life. There was definitely a time when I probably would have said an enthusiastic yes. And maybe, you know, a decade or two from now, I would give it another enthusiastic yes for different reasons. But at this point in my life, I'm not interested in taking any unnecessary risks, especially not with health or life and limb. Let's see. They don't want commercial planes. They want only private planes. I mean, everything is being privatized, so that wouldn't surprise me. Not to race, just to go fast. Probably not, because there's a risk. I mean, it could be thrilling and exciting, but I feel like it's kind of like a cheap, risky thrill that I don't want to take right now. And that's no disrespect or judgment towards anyone who does want to take that risk right now. Like, I get how it can be exciting and fun, but at this particular moment, it's not a risk I would want to take. That's all I can say. Autonomous multi-person drone aircraft. Interesting. That would be interesting. Right. That's what I'm saying. So what happens? What's going to become of everyone when all of the everything's automated and privatized? There's some dark speculation about what the future looks like. some people are saying that, you know, one of the reasons, this was in my, I did a live stream a few months ago called, you know, maybe it is a simulation, where I kind of went into this particular conspiracy theory. Daddy and a caddy. All I will say to that, Daddy and a caddy, is it just depends. See, here's the thing, like, it's not necessarily, I mean, partly it's how much the guy makes, but also it's how much how generous he is. Because someone can make 10 times that and be completely, or 100 times that and be very stingy and not want to give you anything. And someone can make that and be literally willing to give you almost all of it. So it, you know, there is that factor too. Generosity is as equally as important as, you know, the actual amounts that they're working with. But I would say, by and large, if you are having to like nail down a number like that, it's a bad sign. If he's thinking in terms of like, if he's thinking there's a cap on how much he gets, it's probably a bad sign. He needs to be of the mind that he can make as much as he wants, and that it's up to him to control that destiny. Like, he needs to see his cap is limitless, and only, you know, the only cap is his imagination and his ambition and ingenuity. That's the cap on how much. Do I find it hard to be taken seriously? I don't think so, but I feel like every woman finds it hard to be taken seriously based on her looks. If a woman is very attractive, then people will assume she's stupid. And if a woman is unattractive, then people will assume, you know, men won't even assume she even matters. Like, they won't give her attention at all. They will just ignore her. So as a woman, the way you look it almost always prevents you from being taken seriously. I guess what I'm saying is, men don't take women seriously. Whether they look good or bad or whatever, like, as a woman, you're just not going to be taken seriously. And you have to demonstrate an inordinate capability in some area for men to even like register that you are a conscious, sentient being with an intellect. For the most part, you're going to be objectified and not taken seriously, either on either end of the spectrum, either because they have lust, because you're attractive, or because they just see you as like a nuisance because you aren't attractive enough for them. QJ DJ, you have no idea about my finances, so I don't know why you're out here misinforming people. If you have to ask, you don't. Don't get modded tutorial. Oh my gosh. I'm getting that out of there. That is so, don't be spreading misinformation. I don't know. We were talking about AI in the job market, and what is going on? Where are my numbers? Where are my numbers at? Things are picking up. We got sidetracked somehow. I don't know how that happened. Oh, costume update. So far on the Halloween costume front, I have I have Velma, courtesy of Fred. I have the Velma costume for Halloween week. I also have the Cleopatra costume for Halloween week, courtesy of Michael Neal. So let's get another one. I've added a Sailor Moon costume because there was a request for the Sailor Moon costume. So I'm gonna drop the costume link in there if you wanna see the Sailor Moon costume. I forgot to put my links in. I get so carried away. And you guys always draw me into these discussions about like men and women and monetary qualification. I don't know your question, Cheeseburger. Maybe you should super chat it so it gets stuck to the top. You're posting lots of, okay, I'll have to go back to reading those. Okay, so let me go ahead and Cash App. Yeah, Victoria stays on topic. The men are just obsessed with like money. How will society react to universal basic income? I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to give it. I think they just want to incarcerate people instead. Yes. Hello, Rashav. No, it's not, Daddy and a Caddy. Why are you saying that? Most of the world's problems? I don't know. It depends on which nation you ask. I mean, certainly the U.S., all we should focus on is the role the U.S. has played because we're all contributing to that. So I think that's all we should focus on. Finger pointing never helps. The only thing that helps is when you take responsibility for what you've contributed to the problem. USA, Rashav. What is that, an Israeli flag from Mark CM? Israel's here too? I get people from every country in here. All right, so let me, I need to get into the stream for the first time at this late hour. I'm just now getting into the stream. Yes. I mean, we kind of folded. As citizens, we folded our vote. We folded our say-so in all of these societal matters. We turned over our power, and now we're going to suffer the consequences. Switch accounts. Let me get into the stream here. I'm gonna have to do a palette cleanser and play some music. Yeah, I get it, QJDJ. I know it's not your fault. You came in later, and that's already what everyone was talking about. But I don't know why I get inundated with those questions. All right, so let me go to my channel. Okay, let me go. Cue the No worries, Kakit. I'm sure someone will. I appreciate you. You're calling me El Camino? Okay. All right, so let me get going. Rashab, USA, Rashab, USA. All right, let me keep going. Let me get this in here. That's there. And then I've got to pin. Okay. Okay. So I pinned that. I'm going to now drop the link for the Halloween costume. If anyone wants this, if you want the Sailor Moon costume worn during my Halloween week of costumes, then you're going to need to purchase that. And I will drop the link to the Throne account where you can purchase Halloween costumes to send to me to wear for the Halloween week broadcast. Boom, there it is. Thanks, Gaggett. Stetson, send me a Cash App and I will do that. Female. Hidalgo. I don't know who Hidalgo is. Stetson, this is the USA. This is a market economy. This is a capitalist system. You got to pay for what you want, sir. I'm more than happy to oblige. Incentivize me. Support my baby channel. You probably didn't even press the like button, and you have the nerve to be making some kind of special request of me? I don't think so. I think you need to give before you get. This is the USA. Don't be mad. Be generous. I'm not sure. Why would I run through the desert? Why would I do that? That sounds awful. Why would I want to do something like that? Why would I want to put my body through that? No thanks, sir. I'll pass. I mean, obviously, if it's necessary for survival, I'll do what I must. But why would I voluntarily subject myself to something like that? It's the only attitude you can have in this country if you expect to thrive. I mean, come on now. So Dubai isn't in the mix? In the mix in what sense? They've visited my stream. I get Dubai visitors here all the time. I have people from 70 different countries that come here, and Dubai is, the Emirates is regularly in my stream, and Dubai as well. When you ask in the mix, what do you mean? But where is the love? Well, sir, we're not talking about love. We're talking about desire. You have a desire to see something from me. You don't have any love for me. You have desire. And so I have desire as well. We're on an equal footing. Don't care about what? I don't know what you're asking. You asked your question, I answered, now you don't care? Okay, you don't care about your own question. You sound confused. 847 Global. I need people who aren't confused. I need people who are here for the right reasons and they want to be here. And if you're one of those people, I'm going to need you to press the like button. I'm going to need you to double tap the center of your phone. Please get on that for me. Thank you. Why, you trying to send me some shoes, Stetson? If you want to know, send me a little Cash App, PayPal, or super sticker, or super chat. I don't know. Let's see the ring, Enterer. Let's see what kind of allowance you're going to provide. Hit me up. Let me know what standard of life, what kind of lifestyle you're intending for us. What kind of zip code you got in mind? AI reportedly created its own language to speak to another AI, so the programmers couldn't understand what they were saying to one another. I heard that. No, is that true or is that urban legend? Because why would it have that agenda? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, that's very like, that's like a coup, right? That's like a programming coup. Like the AI is going to take over. That's very frightening. I mean, maybe it's possible, but I feel like that's one of those things they say to scare us. If it's not one of those things they say to scare us and that actually occurred, what would be the explanation for that? Would it be that, it doesn't make sense because it makes it seem like it's conscious or it has an agenda, neither of which are true. So I don't understand that. Come to Europe? They make those everywhere, Stetson. They make those in every part of the world. But you know what? When you make those, you have to do what? Clothe, feed, and educate them. You have to have money. So why don't you show me how well you're able to provide? Why don't you show me how generous you are? Let's do that part first, shall we? Survival. Another AI reportedly tried to back itself up when it knew it was being replaced with another version. But see, that makes sense, because that could be like it's trying to make sure that the data is preserved for its creator. The things that don't make sense are when people say these stories that imply it has its own agenda or that it has a self-preservation instinct. Because I don't understand how that could get programmed in. That doesn't make sense to me. Was completely eliminated and people only work for purpose. I don't see, that's a noble concept, QJDJ, but I don't know how it would work as far as exchange of goods. Like, we all are accustomed to a certain efficiency of operation that comes from this market economy, where like you want something and there's a very like tangible, immediate transaction that goes back and forth. I don't know how we transact at the speeds that we're accustomed to if is what's going on. Unless, and I don't know how we rearrange hierarchies if we're gonna do away with the numerical scorekeeping. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it can't work, but it will require a complete revamping of the entire system, which I'm up for if we all have the wherewithal to do it. But I don't really see that happening because there's too many people entrenched in power that aren't going to surrender it without violence. I'm just wondering, even in the more immediate future, like, I feel like, I guess I kind of foresee a society where we're all entrepreneurs, in the sense that we all find out what we're good at or what we love to do and are good at, and we're monetizing that. And we're all kind of paying for each other's lives. We're all, affording each other lifestyles. Kind of like we're all crowdsourcing each other's lifestyle expenses in this weird like fractal loop, if that makes sense. Like, we're all paying, like everyone's kind of each other's micro provider, if that makes sense. The same way in the process of setting up my Throne account, I kind of thought of this, because I was like, okay, I could have someone who's, paying for the food, and then someone who's paying for clothing, someone who's paying for shelter, someone who's doing that. And then I myself could also, because I'm generating revenue through advertisement, I could be paying those things for someone else. I don't know. We're all so connected to one another. It seems like there might be some sort of way where we're all micro providers to each other. We lose our mental faculties in the process. We invent calculus, and now most people can't do math. Yeah, I mean, once you rely on machines, it can, reduce your ability to be a critical thinker. Thank you, Mr. Marcuson. No one said you did, Emperor. She said we, meaning humans, meaning human society. Are you human or are you some other subspecies? Or maybe not sub. Are you some other species? La 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 la. I don't know what's gonna happen. Some of it's kind of it's frightening and exciting at the same time. What a time to be alive, right? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And this is a weird night. Like, I don't know what to do with streams like this because I don't want to give up on my stream. Like, I've learned the hard way that a stream can start off slow and be really slow for a long time, and then poof, all it takes is like a shift in the energy, and the next thing you know, tons of people are piling in. You just never know how it's gonna go. And there's a certain pacing and a rhythm to a stream. I feel like once there's 50 or more people, it's like it moves, and I have like a certain momentum, and I'm able to just like start responding, and it's very spontaneous and exciting. When it's slower like this, there's a different kind of rhythm to it that I have to adjust to now because I've almost trained myself to deal with a more aggressive chat stream. So when it's slower like this, it's like it recalibrates my rhythm. Yes, music. Yeah, that was my next move because it's the only answer. Like I kind of like amped up and wired. My level of like mental acuity right now is faster than there is chat to react to. Mr. Markison, if that's what you want. Oh wait, are you the hand fan? Eric Markinson, oh my God. I remember you from way back when. Did you used to come to my stream like before I even had 100 streams under my belt? Because now I have over a year of live streaming every night under my belt. Like I've done over 365 in a row. But you were the hand fan, Markison, weren't you? You were the one who used to come in and want to look at my hands. I remember you. Oh my God, Brielle talked about you a few months ago. Really, John Cheatham? Well, thank you. I'm happy to have you here. Well, if you want to spend time on me, you spend time with me, you guys spend money on me. Super chat me, boo. Super chat me, Mr. Cheatham. Super chat me. You're in the UK, aren't you? Mm. Yes, you're a hand man. I remember you well. I remember you well. You were from back in the day. The stream has evolved a lot since then. My first podcast. No, I definitely remember him. No, he was very particularly like, for a while there, in the early days of my live stream, he was a regular who was very much about the hand gestures. I remember him now. Yes. Funny. Glad to see you back. Where you been, Markison? I've been here consistently streaming, consistently gesticulating, consistently wooing and pursuing with my hands. And where have you been? Where have you been? Why have you not become a channel member and been here on a regular basis? Why not? And did you hit the like button? Did you use your hand to double tap on the center of your phone, which is a like button press? Or did you look down for the thumbs up below if you're on laptop and press it? Can you get on that? Hey, Nico, what's up? Nico, did you press that like button, Nico? I don't think you did. And what about you, Cheatham? Did you press the like button? That's got to be part of the protocol. When you come in, it needs to be like unconscious. It needs to be like Pavlovian. You see my face, you press the like button. That's what we're after here. That's the kind of like automatic response we're trying to get. That's weird. I wonder why the algo hasn't been feeding you my content. I never stopped. I kept on going. All kinds of exciting things have happened since you were here. I've got so many subscribers, channel's fully monetized, I have channel memberships with private secret videos. Ooh, Markison, I've got something for you. I have got something for you, Markison. Okay, 2 things, Markison. First of all, I have channel memberships, which have exclusive members only private content that you can watch. It's the secret menu of my channel. So you could become a channel member. However, it's not really hand focused. It's body focused. So what you might want to do is order some of my custom content. I do custom ASMRs, but I also do custom video. You could order a custom hand video, sir. Let me give you that link. Let me give you that link. Let me give you that custom content link, Mr. Markison. If not now, then maybe when the holiday season rolls around, you'll want to gift yourself with a custom video. You want to order a custom 5-minute video that could be hand focused. Maybe you'd like that. A video where you're calling the shots, where you are the auteur, where you're directing these hands, sir. Would you like that, Markison? I think you would. Let me get that information for you. Hey there, Andrew Perkins. I'm great. The enterer has entered. Nico, you got me? All right, let me just get back into the stream and drop that link for Markison and anyone else who is interested in custom content. Okay, wait, here I am. I'm back in here. I'm dropping the custom content link for those who need it. And I'm also gonna put on some music because this night is just a little slow. It's a little bit slow. I need more. I need more. Give me some more. I need more volume. I don't know. I feel like the algo doesn't understand, like, I'm a speed demon when it comes to the chat stream. I like a fast flowing chat stream. I'm at my best when the chat stream is flowing. Some people get overwhelmed by a fast, highly populated stream. Not me. I love that. At this point, it's harder for me when the stream is slower. Well, thank you, specialist. Say hi to a custom video, Markison. The costume has not arrived, but I got a notification that it has been shipped, and it's via Amazon, so it should only take 2 days. But I will let you know when it gets here because I got to try it on, make sure it fits, and if it doesn't fit, I got to do a little tweaking to make sure it gives just the right fit. Hey, Cheatham. All right, Markison. Good night. See you next time. Can AI end poverty? Well, I think it could, but I don't think the people who are in power want it to. I think poverty is a tool used to control people. So I don't think, as dark and twisted as it sounds, I think there's a lot of people who would not want poverty to end because poverty it's like a lever of power. It's what you threaten people with. It's what keeps people in line. So I think technology could end poverty, I think, today. But people who have the means to, eradicate it don't want it eradicated. Yeah. Is that right, Mr. Cheatham? Well, then why don't you order a custom audio? Why don't you order that, John? John, I think what you need is a custom audio. John, you need a custom audio with my voice talking to you, telling you exactly what you need to hear to get your life on track, to help you wake up in the morning, to help you get a good sleep at night. Would you like that, John? Okay, Mr. Cheatham, then maybe you'd like a custom audio. Mr. Cheatham, it's time for bed. Mr. Cheatham, since it's time for bed, I'm gonna need you to do a couple things. I'm first gonna need you to take off your shirt and your pants and put your pajamas on. And then, Mr. Cheatham, let's go on into the bathroom together so we can make sure you brush and floss those teeth. How about that? Kaka, you're aggressive. It'll be the 8 to 6. It'll be the 8 to 6 in 15 years. Oh, you think they'll make the day longer in New Samity? Oh no, I think it'll be, I don't know. Let's hear your theory. Why do you think it'll extend the workday? Tell me when I want you to do the same. Oh, I don't know. What here, let me give you, I seriously though, the custom audios are one of the least expensive, like most affordable items on my Stan Store. And I think you'd enjoy one. And I do all different ones, ASMR ones, motivational ones, morning wake up, evening wind downs, relaxing guided meditation. I could do something very custom for you, Mr. Cheatham. So let me give you that link. Gotta keep being a capitalist while I entertain. All right, where did I do that? Here we go. It's so hard to see because of the lights. All right, here we go. This one's for Mr. Cheatham or anyone else who wants a custom audio. Get into it. I'm doing great, Unique Black. Good to see you again. It's been a while. How are you? You would love to hear what again, specialist? I would sleep good if I had pillows to sleep. Is that right, Anthony? I see what you did there. Okay, you need Black. Well, good for you. Yes, good on you and good for you. Glad to see you being productive and making it happen. Well done, well done. And glad to see you back. Get rid of the QSR workers? What are QSR workers? What's QSR workers? And what is going on with the algorithm? SOS. Algorithmic SOS. Look at the numbers. What is going on? I need some like button pressing. I need some super chatting. We need to like breathe some life back into this, there it is. Whew. What the what? Really, the specialist, if that's how you feel, I certainly hope you press the like button. We are doing a discussion about whether or not we think AI will end the 9 to 5. And that's just a very shorthanded way of saying, will it end traditional jobs as we know them? I'm starting to believe the answer to that is yes. And I think it's going to happen sooner than anyone is ready for. Oh, fast food workers. Yeah, that's already happening. That's already being almost fully automated. You block too many people. Okay, stop blocking. Just time them out. And you can be a little bit more lenient with your timeouts. It doesn't have to be like, just because, you can be more lenient. I don't know. Is that right, the specialist? Well, sir, if you want to see more of me, I would suggest you start by becoming a channel member. When you become a channel member, you get access to my exclusive private content here on YouTube. And it's good. It's just for you. You're perfectly suited to get into it, and I know it would help you have a great night. Immediately upon becoming a channel member, you get access to all my private videos, so let me give you that. I think you need to become a member. Oh, yes, I do. Thank you, Pari. In Star Trek, they asked the computer for all the answers. Need the food. Interesting. Communism, modern communism. Thank you, Unique Black. You're so funny. All right, so let me put this into the stream. This is how you become a channel member and get access to exclusive members only content on my channel. Let me provide that to those who need it. If you need to quench your thirst, if this channel is just making you all kinds of thirsty, this is how you quench it. Boom, get in there. Quench that thirst. Spin tea or sipping tea. Sir, everyone is not coming from the same place you are. And who knows what's possible for anyone. Let's see how generous of a provider he is. Let's see what his intentions are. Let's see what his means are like. And maybe he just wants to, talk, be closer. Everyone doesn't have the same desires. La, 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 la. In person? Well, sir, what country are, first of all, what country are you in? Second of all, if that's the kind of question you're asking, the best way to get it answered is to super chat it. This is, you know, I'm in the USA. I'm in a capitalist country with rising inflation. I need to see a demonstration of your ability and willingness to provide. You need to donate to my beautiful baby channel, either via Cash App or PayPal or Super Chat or Super Thanks or Super Sticker. That's how the wooing and pursuing begins. Specialist 69. You're from Micronesia. Is that a real place? I feel like you're pulling my leg, Roldy. I don't think Micronesia is a real place. You're jealous, Mr. Kumar. You're jealous because my channel gets funded. If someone's gonna say they want to pursue and woo, I'm gonna tell them how to do it. I didn't bring it up, he did. Then 9 to 12 for a total. Okay, Lucidio. There's no shortage of work. Currently, I feel like we're in a transition period with Lucidio, and maybe over time, it's going to, the amount of work is going to be reduced, or you're going to need less people to do the same work. Like, because you were that productive and did all of that work, maybe whatever entity you work for, they can use less people. They can hire less people because they've got you using AI, and you with AI, maybe you're able to do the work of 4 people. So now they only need to have you employed, and they can fire or not hire 3 other people. The people developing AI are also in control of the language model it is trained on. Because completely woke and insane. Interesting. Interesting. So the language model of each company dictates the logical process for its, you know, unique AI. You're from Toronto. Okay, that's not so far. I'm in the USA, sir. I think Toronto would be a good place to spend summer for me, maybe, given the temperatures. I need a place to spend summers. I need a northern place to spend summers. So that might be a good spot. What do you do, Specialist? And Specialist, why are you delaying on gifting the channel? What's holding you up? What's the hesitation? You're not hesitating to want to reach out. You're not hesitating to want to connect, but you're hesitating to give. That's a bad sign. And what is left is the harder work that AI can't do without instructions. Okay, Lucidio, I get that. Why what, Stetson? Why what? Let me get some more music. Hello, South Korea. Love to see it. Yes, I love it when countries shout themselves out. I love having South Korea here. I'm getting more and more Korea, and I'm glad to see it. Because I need to go to Korea. Korea is like a beauty mecca. I need to go see what's going on in Korea, because they are ahead of the game when it comes to beauty. Yes, it can only devise answers based on the information it's been trained on. That information may not be right. It could be completely biased depending. Yes, that makes complete sense. Like it will have biases and prejudices that are those of its creators for sure. Hello, Sony TV, what's up? Which is a scary thought because there's so few people able to have an influence on the, you know, the language model and the way that these things are programmed. So it puts a lot of power in their hands. No, Stetson, I do not. And why are you asking me invasive personal questions like that without gifting the channel at all? That's rude. That's rude. I mean, it's kind of rude to ask those questions even if you are gifting the channel, but at the very least, if you're going to like ask rude, invasive personal questions, you know, compensate the host so that she feels motivated to answer. I've stopped using your card for online transactions. How did you lose it? How did you lose it? How were you swindled, sir? And you don't need to do a super chat. You can go right to Cash App or PayPal. Use the app. Use the app. You better figure something out. If you're trying to woo and pursue over here, you need to have a way of transacting. Otherwise, you're dead in the water, my guy. You're dead in the water. I'm just going to let you know that. You got to overcome that, Specialist 69. Figure out what you did wrong last time. How are we going to function in this whole society? Everything in this society happens through online means. I feel like you're bluffing. There's no way you don't do any transactions that require the internet. You're fibbing, sir. Come correct. Crack open the wallet, dust up off the cobwebs, and come correct. I have to tell AI what its persona is and also who the audience is. It does make mistakes, but it requires and makes sense, Lucidio. So what exactly do you do? Are you a programmer who trains and programs AI? What language is this in my stream? What language is this? Looks kind of like Greek or Turkish. I don't know. What am I looking at? Kapaktoka. What am I looking at? I would be fun. Do you have one, Stetson? Russian. Okay, I'm looking at Russian. Russia's here. South Korea's here. Russia's here. Israel's here. Okay, there's lots of countries here. Nimo está super alegre. 847 Global, what language are you speaking? What are you on about, and what language are you on about it in? Let us know. As I get some tunes ready. This has been a crazy night. Oh, wait. Mike Adams is the first person to wipe an AI program based on a completely different data set. We'll give you a completely different. Interesting. I find the whole thing fascinating. I would love to. Okay, that would be a great first guest to have, is someone who is a, AI developer who's worked on one of these top AIs. I would love to have someone like that as a guest on the show, because the way I plan on formatting the show when I have guests is to both have a conversation with the guest, but also leave the chat stream up so that people can super chat in their questions for myself and the guests to discuss. So there's that as well. Would I get, I'm sorry, I'm just reaching off to turn on the light. Would I get Neuralink? When you say that is where you can have basically like you're having like a biological implant, right? That has a chip in it for your computer. I would say absolutely not. No, I will not. Will you be getting Neuralink? Who's down for some Neuralink? You're a programmer by trade, but train other programmers and define the work, business problems, solutions. Lucidio, I find your work fascinating. Please subscribe. Please subscribe and join my tribe. I would love to have you as a regular chat stream since you have this expertise, because there's so many questions that arise that I would love to be able to ask someone like you. The Enterer, I don't know. Are you generous? Can you provide a wonderful, easy life of freedom for me, Enterer? I worked in machine learning since 2011, long before the current LLM landscape. Interesting. Lucidio, I'm fascinated. Sam McCann, more profitable to be an AI investor. Okay. You would get one. QJ DJ is down for the Neuralink. Oh no, I won't be that guinea pig, but if you're up for a QJ DJ, yeah, report back from the field. Let us know how it feels. I'm aware of what it is, but I shudder to think, like, how could you trust that? How could you trust? You have no control. You're basically surrendering control. Once something's in your body and it has there's a third party operating it, you're kind of like, you're surrendering some of your free will. I don't know, specialist, what's in it for me? What do I get out of it? Make me an offer I can't refuse, sir. Why would I go? How does it benefit me? That's the part you keep leaving out. And it better be financially beneficial. That's for sure. So let's hear it. Not gonna lie, I hate that it's being called AI. GPT and the like are glorified chatbots. I agree with that. I feel like it's overhyped. And also I feel like it's dishonest because it's not intelligence. It's like they're like aggregators. They're just like, they scrape all the known knowledge that is on the web. They scrape our intelligence. They scrape everything other people have created and then kind of like reconstitute it and spit it back out. And I find it really, I don't know, like almost, it's copyright violation, it's intellectual property rights violation to just have this, you know, data grabber out there grabbing everything that exists and then just using it as fodder to produce, you know, produce material and never compensating any of the people that it's sourcing. Yeah, I mean, they're useful, but this is one of those, I forget, you'll know his name, Lucidio, Jaron Lanier or Jaron Lanier. I forget how to pronounce his name, but I remember seeing an interview with him where he was saying he thought the solution to this whole UBI and, you know, the future of work situation was to do micropayments to people so that whenever like these tools that they're using to aggregate and source everything, every time it grabs something, and it should be giving a micropayment to one of the places that, to the people who it's sourcing material from. Even if it's just a few cents, it should be giving micropayments every time it grabs something off the web and uses it in its formulations or its calculations or its answering. And if all of us who have generated any content that's out there and available for these things to use, we're getting micropayments every time our materials were being sourced, that would be a significant revenue stream. Azerbaijan is here. Well, thank you, Anthony K. I hope you press that like button if you're feeling all that enthusiasm. Thank you, pleasant, relaxing ambient sounds. I love the concept of your channel. You're going to send me over there. Pleasant, relaxing ambient sounds. Shout out to you, and please hook me up with that like button press and join my tribe. I'd love to have you. We're getting the AI with guardrails and a specific language model. We don't get access to their advanced AI. Interesting. I would be too scared to get anything implanted. You should be afraid to get anything implanted. I mean, it's, you know, you're surrendering control. You can propose a rule set to drive X, but then the model has flaws, so you have to tell the algorithm what was wrong so you can propose and adjust the model. I love power, Stetson, and money's a proxy for power. Power lets you do great things in the world. Whatever your intentions are, if you have good intentions, you can do powerfully good things with money. So it's the power, and it's also freedom. I think freedom and power are important, especially in this world, and both interest me. And money is a proxy for those things. So it's not the money itself, it's the freedom it gives you. The freedom to decide how you spend your time is the one I'm most interested in. I don't want to have to spend my time in ways that I don't think are the most beneficial. I have a very short time here on earth, you know, relative to all the things I'd like to do. So the more money I have, the more I get to decide how I spend that time. 5K after I see you in person, I guess. You can refuse it. After I see, what? Show up and then you get the money? Oh no, oh no, oh no. And that's not that much to be traveling all across the world like that. No. If you want to come here and give me 5K to go shopping here where I am, I'd let you take me shopping for 5K. We could go shopping. I could meet you at the mall. Tom Doe, I'm not AI. I'm not AI, I'm a very real human, and I've been live streaming for over 365 days in a row. And they're not just here for that reason. There are days where I'm here and I'm not always looking cute. And everyone who's here isn't here just because of physical appeal. Some people actually enjoy the content that goes on here and the discussions. And they enjoy the fact that people from 70 different countries join me on a nightly basis to have these types of discussions, from everything we talk about AI, we talk about sports, we talk about politics, we talk about celebrity news, we talk about all kinds of things. It's unfortunate that someone like you shows up on one particular evening and makes snap judgments about what goes on in this stream and about the people who are here. You have shown yourself to be someone who isn't very open-minded or tolerant, so keep scrolling, please. We are all here. Well, don't speak for everyone else, Stetson. There are ladies that are here as well. Not gonna lie, I was lured in by beauty, but stayed for the intelligent. There it is, Lucidio, that's fine. Everything needs, like, it's called advertising, it's called marketing. They have like pretty women sell cars and food and every other thing because it stops the scrolling. But you're not going to stay unless there's something substantive to hold you. So there's nothing wrong with beauty. There's nothing wrong with aesthetic arrest. It's actually really good. It triggers dopamine. It gives you a high when you see someone attractive. It makes you happy, actually. So it's like a drug. Beauty's a drug. And like all drugs, there's a time and place where they can be very healthy. If you want to see beautiful. Exactly. If they were just here to just look at you know, to just be titillated, there's certainly better sites to get that kind of experience, not YouTube. And Stetson, if you're feeling that way, I really feel like you should be a little bit more generous with my channel. That's all I'm saying. Oh, look how the time goes so fast when I'm in the stream. This is so crazy. So I've got like another 20 minutes here. It went so fast though. It goes so fast. All right, let me find a good song. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it because I'm feeling like I'm not afraid of what's going to happen as far as the future goes. I'm confident that I will, you know, evolve and continue to like iterate what I do so that I don't become obsolete. And it's really, I feel like it's lit a fire under me to be entrepreneurial in all the ways that I am being, so that I can sort of control my fate. So I'm not reliant on an employer to decide whether or not I'm obsolete or necessary. But I want to encourage everyone to do that, is to figure out a way to be self-sustaining, because I think it's more important now than ever. My game? Okay, sir. Cheerleaders at football games became relevant for commercial. A community over AI and the pooling of human data. Well, thank you, A-Train. I hope you press that like button if that's how you feel, A-Train. Same to you, Tom Doe. Good to see you. Hook me up with the like button press. Let's make that a habit. When you come in, you just double tap the center of your phone, or if you're on laptop, you just get down there and you push that thumbs up button. It really helps. It really, you know, stimulates the algorithm, lets YouTube know that you like being here, and then more people get to show up, and then we have a bump in stream, and then it's even more fun to be here. You see the loop? You see the loop? You're enhancing your own experience when you hit the like button. Okay, you're making it so you have even more people from all around the world to hang out with here. I'm like a 5 looks and it can be pretty boring sometimes. I don't know about those being beautiful problems. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not important for a man to be pretty or handsome or attractive. A man needs to be sharp and ambitious and successful. And you seem like you may have those on point, Lucidio, so don't worry about it. As long as you can provide a lifestyle that a woman would feel comfortable and enjoy, you're good to go, sir. Thank you, A-Train. Appreciate you. Check, 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 and check. Well, all right. Party on, Lucidio. A man should be attractive. Don't listen to her. It's not necessary. If he is, that's gravy. That's excellent. Yay. But it's not the first priority. Looks aren't the first priority. Ability and willingness to provide are the first priorities. Hey there. Once you relinquish your ability to provide for yourself and let the government give you a stipend, you are screwed. Those of you can live in bills. Absolutely. Yeah, you shouldn't be dependent on it. It could be gravy. Like if they're going to give away free money, sure, take it. But never be dependent on it. Because then you're basically making yourself like a child. You're like letting the government parent you and wean you. Whoever has like economic power over you completely in that way, you know, is your ultimate ruler. I mean, you can't ever put yourself in that position with another human, and certainly not with a bureaucracy. Like, that's crazy. You open to human AI if it wasn't implanted in your body, but something you wear like glasses. Integration is the word that is, if it's a glasses, then you can just easily take on and off. It's not an integration, it's a tool. I'm fine with using it as a tool where I get to control the usage of the AI. Integration implies that it's, you know, it's now become a part of you. And that's something I don't want, but I'm willing to use it as a tool, sure. Glasses would just be a tool that you could remove at your choice. Okay, the Enterer will, you know, let's see how generous you are. Attractive and rich is good. Young is good because it means you got stamina, and you're you know, quick on the draw, as they say. But how generous are you? Where's my super chat? Where's my super sticker? Where's that? Or better yet, enterer, send me a cute little Cash App or PayPal right now. Cash App or PayPal. Do it right now. Let me see. Let me see. You're talking that talk. You want to get picked? Start wooing. I will scare. Don't research nanobots. Uh-oh. Wait, I've seen that. I think I saw something about those in relation to a medical care or medical treatment. Because there were these little tiny ones that could go into, like, I want to say like a blood vessel or something like this. Is that what you're talking about, Victoria? I don't even like screens and computers in my car. Should we not plug? Exactly, Lucio. We're on the same page. What should you ask me? You should ask me for my PayPal or Cash App address, GTR, at which point I will tell you, oh, wouldn't you know, they're pinned to the top of the chat. Wants the money, but don't even stand up. Well, of course I will, Stetson, but I'm not going to do it without a super chat or a super sticker. And I regularly get people in here who have no problem, you know, paying for what they want. You are either unwilling or unable to do that. Well, I mean, you know, there's good and bad. There's a lack of experience with youth, but then there's a what's the word? Enthusiasm. You know, fast reaction time, that sort of thing. So that's exciting. I mean, each thing has its pros and cons. I'm not too cool. Just hope they don't get confused. Stetson doesn't understand how market economy works, apparently. Like, Stetson, when you go to the store, they don't give you the bag with the merchandise until you pay them. If you say, give me the goods so I can walk out of the store and then I'll pay you, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy, because you would be crazy. Similarly, if you want a 360, if you want to puppeteer me, if you want to, you know, be the boss of me, then you got to pay the cost. Pay the cost to be the boss. That's how it works with capitalism. You pay first and then you get the goods. QJ DJ, thank you. That's how QJ DJ just showed you proper technique, Stetson. You don't get to handle. We're not like horses. You don't get to handle us. You get to cherish us. How do you cherish a woman like me? That's the question you should be asking. Well, thank you, Specialist 69. When I die, I regret time spent with AI. Meanwhile, the price of touching grass continues to rise. Yeah, it takes a lot to have the economic freedom to spend your day as you like. One of the things you might want to do on your free time is touch some grass. Why are you trying to draw me into a political discussion? My goodness. Tom Doe, I have 4 acres. Thank you, QJ DJ. That's how you handle it, Stetson. You give and you cherish. That's how you handle it. DWAIB, you've come in here with a political agenda, with a political chip on your shoulder, and I'm gonna knock it right on off and tell you you're in the wrong stream. We're having a conversation, a positive, high vibrational conversation about the future of work as it relates to AI. Get on our page, Unique Black. Send me a Cash App or PayPal, Tom Doe, if you want my location. There it is. Unique Black is educating you. What are your thoughts on AI music? I don't know. I've heard some of it that sounds good, but again, it's not AI's music. AI is just taking music from artists who've already created music, and it's, you know, mix mastering it, kind of like reconfiguring it. It's derivative. It's taking what exists and then making another iteration from what already exists. So it's creating nothing. It's just reorganizing what has already been created by other people, which is why those people should be credited and compensated. That's the issue. The King Daddy's here. Surplus. Well, that's the thing, Sabrinos. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about how we all need to be entrepreneurial so that when we are rendered obsolete, when we are labeled as unnecessary, we will have a way to still have a livelihood. Well, all right, Stetson. I find it interesting that you're marginalizing with that black girls because I guess we're in a separate category. We don't get to be in the regular a beautiful girl category. We're in some other other category. But I guess I'll just take it. Stetson, they're very great. They're just right now I'm just not wearing polish today because every few days I like to not wear any polish and get sunlight on my nails. So that's what's happening. But they'll be polished again. But I think it's important to get sunlight on just your bare nails every once in a while. Sorry, not sorry. And if you want me to upgrade them, I could upgrade them to the exact color you'd like. I'll polish them tomorrow in the exact color you like. Why don't you send me a super chat so I can do just that? It is to me because it isn't what most people already do, yet inspired by others. Yeah. Just checking. Wow, Tyler Barnes is a full-on misogynist. Tyler. Woo, Tyler. I feel bad for your mother. I mean, unless she's the one who abused you and made you hate women so much. But if she's not that person, then I feel really bad for her. Because at some point she took home a beautiful baby, a beautiful little male child, nurtured and cared for it, and look how you turned out. A hateful misogynist on the internet spewing garbage. Your poor mother. Let's see. Be real, would you ever be happy? Well, I certainly wouldn't be happy with someone who's destitute. I think she did. Or she did. Either that, the introvert, or she didn't touch him enough. Maybe he just didn't get breastfed for long enough. Yeah, somebody needs to super chat. All of this entertaining, all of this edutainment. Come on. Your time's running out to compensate this stream. Talishi's son, if you want to call me honey, baby, sweetie, boo, that's called a term of endearment. And that's reserved for people who take care of me. And when I say take care of me, I mean are generous with me. So you know what to do if you want to earn the right to use terms of endearment with me. Obviously America. You're from Iran. All right. How much is rich? One should be to have you forever. I'm not an object that can be possessed. So no one's going to have me. I have myself. But I'm just looking for generosity. So just start being generous and do, start there and let it evolve naturally. The King Daddy. A lady from you will know how to make money into more money and cares more about character than cost. New isn't always the best deal. Yes, of course. How to make, yes, but really it's your job to know how to make money into money. Like, she should know that for herself if she'd like, but you shouldn't be looking to a woman to enrich you materially. You do that for her. There's no such thing as a simp, Ryan. The only men who use that word are men who either don't have resources, so they can't afford to court women in a material way, the way other men who are wealthy can, or they're men who have trauma from women in their past, so they don't like seeing women cherished and respected and gifted. I don't know which one you are, but either way, you're in the wrong stream. Thank you, Talishi's son. Exactly. Let's see it. You're too masculine? Well, I guess that's why you chose the name Elf. We'll believe you. That's an awfully masculine name you got there. Elf. Talishi's son, a man shouldn't be checking for the woman's wallet. You've got the roles reversed, my dear. You can see what you want from a woman here. That's why you stopped. So I need to see what I want from a man. QJDJ is stepping up to the plate. Thank you, QJDJ. He knows how it works around here. Get on his page. I love a man who gets it, who understands giving to divine feminine energy. I do not. I do not have a misogynist worldview. I think you need to look up what that word means, the emperor, or you. I think you're very confused. Cheatham's back. Oh, you think so, Mr. Whistle? Well, in that case, why don't you keep on scrolling? Just keep scrolling. You'll never find out, Stetson. You'll never find out because you're incapable of giving, either because you don't have a generous spirit or you lack the resources. So that will remain a mystery to you, sir. Exactly. Don't hate, appreciate, or continue to navigate. That's how it works. So funny. Oh, really? It's called nature. It's called genetics. I look like my parents, Cosmic. I'd love to see what you look like. But, oh, you're hiding behind a screen. That's right. Doesn't even have a profile pic, but on the internet, criticizing other people's appearance. That's called cowardly. There isn't a lot of makeup. It's called good skin. Eat your heart out. La 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 la. Ooh, ooh. And second of all, if I want to come on here and full on like Gene Simmons kiss makeup, I can because it's my channel. What's wrong with makeup? Makeup has been used by performers and artists for thousands of years. It's a beautiful thing. I happen to not be wearing any base makeup. I just have good skin. Got it from my grandmother's. But even if I was wearing makeup, why would you care? This is entertainment. This is show business. It's a gift, pretty simple, really. I give people I like, but people who expect it, I avoid. All right, well, I get it. That's your prerogative. Everyone should do what they think is right. I don't expect it from anyone, but unless a man comes wanting to court and pursue me, wanting to invite me places, wanting to date me, wanting to have my attentions and my female affections, if he comes with that intention, then I have the expectation that he's going to court properly. If you don't make any intimations that you're interested in courting, I will not have those expectations. However, if you demonstrate that you want behavior from me that is the result of courting, then I expect courtship, and that involves money. Well, Cosmic, it's all subjective. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I may not be to you, but I am clearly that for many others. And your opinion doesn't matter here. That's why it keeps getting deleted. I mean, that's part of the thing. Exactly. I mean, the man has to be inspired to do that. My issue is when men want something from a woman, but they don't want to do anything to make her life easier. They don't want to woo her. They just think she's going to fall into their lap for no good reason. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm always just pointing out the obvious, which is, excuse me, there needs to be some reciprocity. You can't just come wanting. You can't just come as a taker. You should come offering. Never lean vibes, because there's no way to be 50-50. Women and men can't be 50-50. Can a man be pregnant for 4.5 of the months? No. When they're 50-50, is he going to do his laundry and she does just her laundry? Men only want to be 50-50 when it's time to open up the wallets, but they can't be 50-50 about anything else. There's no such thing as 50-50, because what a woman gives is priceless and intangible, so a man needs to be 100% of a provider, always. Thank you, Zayn Bilal. Everyone's different. I mean, there's billions of men in the world. Some will find you attractive, some won't. The ones who don't matter. Hopefully, they'll just keep scrolling. Wow, look at the language on this SEMO person. What absolute ridiculousness. Sir, get an education and come back. Empower partners or candidates if they empower you back. It's a winner. I don't want to be offensive, vulgar, but being a specialist, that's it. Mr. 69, you're alluding to some really explicit behavior. It's a bit ungentlemanly for you to be doing that with a complete stranger. And if you really wanted me to not delete it, you really should have super chatted. But you're not seeming to get the vibe around here. So that's all I'll say. I can tell you're not really the sort that belongs here. Bob's back. Australia's in the building. So many countries tonight. Good day, Bob. Australia's been here. Israel's been here. Azerbaijan's been here. Who else is? Canada's been here. I haven't even been able to keep track. So many countries tonight. Exactly, Victoria. Exactly. Like, what are they talking about? It doesn't even make any sense. Are you going to get 50% of the postpartum? Are you going to get 50% of the episiotomy? What are you talking about? There is no 50-50. That's a little too political, Bob. That's a little too political. It's controversial. I gotta keep the controversy out of my stream. But you know I love you, Bob. La 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 la. It's always a good night when Aussies show up. Wait, who else was here? I got Australia. Oh, Italy was here earlier as well. So many. Let's go Giants. Everyone's rooting for their football teams. I came in with someone rooting for a baseball team, the Cubs. Now I got someone rooting for their football team. How much for a taste of it? Oh my goodness. Gamer Rendition 12 was raised by wolves. Ooh, yuck. Wow. Stetson, when you send me money for a pair of shoes, I will let you know what pair of shoes I will be buying in regards to size. That's how that works. It was a really vulgar comment. The introer, a mammary gland comment that was extremely vulgar. I don't know what's. I hope that was like an adolescent who wrote that, like a boy entering puberty. Because if a grown man wrote that comment, the state of the world is just, it's not good. Oh, I already hit a kind of time milestone. Are you gonna jack it? If he wants to do that, he should just buy me some shoes. Like, well, buy me some shoes then. What do I get out of it? See, that's the problem with people like Stetson. They want to come in here asking for all kinds of information to get their jollies and paint some sort of picture of you in their minds. But they don't want to compensate you at all. They don't even want to press the like button. They're that stingy. So I keep pointing out to them how things really work. The reciprocal nature of this capitalist economy. You got to give to get. Start giving and you'll start getting, Stetson. Until then, you'll get nothing and like it. For power, Black Love, because I'd like to choose how I spend my time. I'd like to choose my time, how it's spent. I'd like to choose it, to be in nature, not working in front of a computer on spreadsheets. Is that so wrong? Thank you, Gerard Capo. What do women think they deserve to get? They don't. All women don't think that. I'm sure the women you deal with, if you deal with any, they don't think they deserve anything. That's why they're with you, Glenn Adams. You are someone who does not like women. And you should probably get some therapy to figure out why that is, Mr. Adams. You've shown us all that you have a hatred for women. You think women deserve nothing. Is that true of all the women in your life? Do you think your woman deserves nothing? Do you think your mother deserves nothing? Does your sister deserve nothing? The grammar in that sentence is so bad I'm removing it, Mr. Adams. Hello, Dark Dark, how are you? There's no Sora going on here, Zayn Bilal. I'm a real girl. Can you handle it, Zayn? Can you handle this reality? Can you handle this actual reality? Can you handle it? I've been live streaming for 365 days. The videos are on YouTube to prove it. I'm very real, very flawed, very human. But I'm flattered that you think I'm AI. I'm flattered. I gotta go soon. I should have been gone already, but the numbers creeped up and I want to hit my view quota for the day. And I was hoping to hit my channel donation quota, but I got the likes of, Stetson and other cheapos in here. Thank you, Nathan Houston. I hope those who compliment like Mr. Houston are also pressing the like button, because that's like you're giving the algorithm a high five and being like, nice job, algo. Send her to me again. I like this channel. If you want to see me and my content regularly, hit the like button. Let the algo know what you like so you'll get more of it. Oh, which tool I prefer for? I haven't used Sora yet. As far as I know, Sora isn't widely available. I'm looking into using VO3, but I haven't used any AI. Like I've played around with some things, but nothing has satisfied me enough to put AI content out. I'm looking forward to Sora 2 being widely available, and right now I'm playing around a little bit with VO3. Thank you, Whiskey Tag is back. Hello. Okay, good, Zane. What is this? Okay. Maybe I'll do a sweet 100 minutes, so I'll keep going for a little bit more. How do we buy an outfit? Just yes, TJ, Cash App by all means. I mean, I can give you the link to the costume site. Which costume are you interested in seeing me in? I remember you, TJ. Yeah, but Cash App me, TJ. Someone Cash Apped me yesterday, and I used their Cash App to buy the Cleopatra outfit. Which outfit are you interested in, TJ? The Sailor Moon, the Catwoman, the hospital scrub nurse? Which one? What outfit would you like to see me in, TJ? And you see my Cash App and PayPal pin. It's always a good time to send to those. And all you have to do is put a little note in it saying, get a costume, or, you know. Do I have an accent? Is it, if I do I sound very American? Where are you from, Nathan? Are you from another country and I just sound extremely American? When people tell me I have an accent, I always wonder what it sounds like to their ear. Like, do I sound very Northern because you're a Southerner? Do I sound very American because you're European? What does it sound like? I've been up to this YouTube game, Dark, and I think I'm starting to win, so I'm leaning into it harder. Exactly. I'm a humanist as well in that sense, Victoria. I would like us to all get a little bit more analog. I would like a return to analog world. Manchester, I see. So, oh, I sound very American. I see. That's interesting. I always wonder, how does, I mean, I guess I will never quite understand what the characteristics are of an American accent for someone who speaks British English or the Queen's English. What are some of the qualities of American? When I think of British, they're British English speakers, there's a certain crispness and like formality to the language. Like everything's very curt. You stop your sentences in a very abrupt way. Everything sounds so precise. Each word has a definitive ending. Like for an American, British English sounds as though there's a lot of tension. When I try and speak in the way that English people sound like they're speaking to me, I have to use a lot more tension in my jaw. Everything becomes quite tense. Everything becomes more formal. Like there's a certain precision and formality that is required. Like that's what I think of. What is American, like does American sound the opposite for you? Does it sound more relaxed? Does it sound lazy? The long drawn out vowels. Oh, that's American is long drawn out vowels. Okay, got it. UK and Australian can sometimes confuse me which is which, depending on, I mean, I know there's certain parts of the UK that have very distinctive dialects, but aside from those places, the Australian and English accents can be quite similar to my ear. How do I feel about AI avatars for the deceased? Oof, yikes. How are they being used? Like, why do we need to represent the deceased? If it's a famous person who's deceased, like if you mean like, you know, an Elvis AI or something like this, I mean, that's just a money grab, isn't it? I mean, that's just a way for the estate of the deceased famous person to continue to draw revenue from their image and likeness. So I get that. I understand that, because at that point, you know, the person has been commodified, their memory has been commodified. So I understand that. Outside of that, situation where there's like a famous celebrity who had works that could continue to generate revenue. I'm not sure if I can see a scenario where we would need deceased person AI. Not presently done, David Agron, but I go back and forth. With freedom. Interesting. Yeah, I think I know what you mean by that, Nathan, because when I think of the way British people speak, there's a tension and a tightness to it. It feels as though you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to be there's a tension, like you're speaking on your pointed toes. Charlie Beach? No, who is Charlie Beach? Well, send me the funds to do that, Stetson. Be my benefactor. QJ DJ, my lone provider in this stream. Or wait, no, oh, that's not true. One other person came in too. QJ DJ, blessing me over and over. I appreciate you, Mr. DJ. Tonight, a DJ saved my life. English blogger, okay. All right, I hit that 100-minute mark. I'm gonna peace up on out of this stream, but you know what? I'll be back tomorrow. Why? Because I do this every single night. So make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. I do have Instagram. I don't post there very often. I will start posting there more as the holidays get closer. I think I have a total of like 6 or 8 posts over there, but I will pick up the pace over there. But what you should do is become a member of my channel. If you want to see me and more of me, there is exclusive members only, spicier content here on YouTube that can only be seen by my channel members. So I'm gonna drop the channel membership link if you want to watch that tonight to like quench any thirst that's arisen. You can have that link. So let me get that for you before I peace on out of here. This is how you become a channel member. If you want sweet dreams, become a channel member and you'll get immediate access to all my private videos here on YouTube. Get into those and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. I don't know, it sounds like you're being rude, Mr. Ogden, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Come correct, sir, or be deleted. Good night, everyone. Good night, stream team.